What is up, squad? Welcome back to the channel. Today, going through a little pull day workout. Gonna take you through my entire process from getting ready for the gym to hitting the workout, getting warmed up, having the workout, cooling down. So let's get into it, shall we? Hydrating before the gym, gonna have a little snack, mix up my pre-workout, get dressed, obviously, and then we're gonna head over to Hardcore Fitness in Oviedo, Florida, get in a nice little workout. I don't know if anyone's ever done this before. Sometimes I like to mix in my pre-workout with the protein if I haven't had much protein that day, just to kind of help me out and get a little boost before the day. But super dope. We actually just dropped some new flavors of Project One. Obviously I'm stocked up here, you can see that. We got 3 new flavors, new formulation. Creatine is back in it. Creatine obviously is something super helpful. It's one of the most clinically researched supplements for muscle growth and strength because creatine helps your body regenerate ATP, adenosine triphosphate. That is muscle energy, okay? So creatine helps your body regenerate ATP a lot better, quicker, more efficiently. So when you have increase in creatine, you got increase in endurance, muscle energy, and all that stuff. There's some agmatine sulfate, which helps your body kind of move the muscle filaments over each other, so it helps muscle glide. So we're gonna mix in some of this, and I'm gonna throw some protein in it as well. Getting crazy with it. I want to answer some frequently asked questions during this workout too. So what I'm going to do is post a little question box to my story. And whoever asks some questions before we get to the gym is going to get those questions answered during this workout, during this video. So we're going to pack up a post-workout shake. Got some Ignition here, which is a very simple carbohydrate. And I have Formula One, which is a whey protein isolate. What this does is refill your body's natural energy stores, the stores that you depleted during training from this, carbs, and then you got your protein to help you rebuild muscle while burning body fat. So it's a post-workout stack. The links to all my supplements, guys, as always, in the description of this video. Check it out. We'll have some gym clothes and we'll be ready to go.
A few moments later.
Packed up, getting ready. Let's head on out. We are here, we're at Hardcore Fitness in Oviedo, Florida. Before we get into back day, it is crucial to get warmed up. My shoulder warm up is just activation, just to make sure my body's prepared for movement and activity. I use it with a band, regular band. You don't need any particular type of mount. The more stable it is, the better. I like to do external rotations, internal rotations, abducted external rotations, some banded socket circles just to get the shoulder loosened up, and then some what we'll call inverted like pull downs. Essentially just keeping that shoulder back and getting that external rotation just in the shoulder, keeping that elbow in tight. Doing about 15 here. Don't want crazy tension on the band, don't want crazy tension. It's not a strength move, it's just about getting active, getting warmed up. We got internal, so same thing, keeping that elbow tucked, pulling that band in, keeping that elbow shoulder height, rotating that wrist up, and then back down. Not throwing it, just keeping it steady, keeping that pull. Doing some shoulder circles. My shoulder is really loose. My grip is loose here. I'm just allowing that shoulder to kind of float in that socket joint. And the last one I said was the inverted pull down. So you're just bent over, reach behind you, get some pull downs. Stretching that shoulder out at the top. This is why we don't want that band to be too crazy heavy. Now we're doing some band pull aparts, getting that rear delt warmed up, getting those shoulders warmed up even more. You can even do a little elbow bend at the back there. So we're gonna do a couple exercises, again, mixing up some body weight training, but also some weights. Close it out with some core. Okay, first set done. Nico the kid's question was, how do you get started? If you're really serious about getting started, you'll start right now. Get started by finding a program, and then once you're started, keep going down that path. Got another question. How long does it take to see results? And the answer is, it really depends. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on your effort, both in the gym, in the kitchen. It depends on your effort in your recovery. So it just depends. Gonna head over to the Smith machine now, throw a bench under there, do some chest supported underhand row, get that mid back activated. Ethan's right, asked, what's your body weight and body fat percentage? Right now, I would say I'm probably about 183 pounds, body fat percentage like 7.5%. Considering going on a bulk right now, it's been a long time since I've done that. Noticed some energy levels being low after some heavy lifts lately, so I think it's time for me to bulk up a little bit, maybe with a goal weight of 190 with 7% body fat. That would be pretty dope. Head over to this cable machine here, get a little unilateral pull work going. How can I lose my stomach? If you want the truth, the only way you're gonna lose your stomach is if you are in a caloric deficit, meaning that you eat less energy than you are burning, and you're strength training, and you are making sure that you're getting in enough movement throughout the day. So keep that protein number high, keep your calories in a deficit to burn that excess stored energy, AKA body fat, and keep moving, be on a good program. So we got another great question here. What protein do you recommend is best for vegetarians? Any protein would be great for a vegetarian, but animal protein is always best because animals make proteins for animals, plants make proteins for plants. So if you have a plant-based protein that's not supplemented with BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, you're not gonna be getting the necessary nutrients needed to activate muscle protein synthesis. If you're using a plant protein, it might not have enough branched chain amino acids to actually allow the protein to stick to the body and rebuild the muscle tissues. So best protein, a whey protein isolate, in my opinion. We're gonna do some body weight rows next, and then close out with some core, call it a day. Come on. Sheesh. Nice. Close out with some core. When do you know you have broken through the barrier of living the lifestyle prior to fitness? You'll know when you've stepped into a new lifestyle, when you start making decisions more consciously. Closing out with core cardio, people always skip it. It's really like, yo, just finish out the workout, you know what I mean? It's worth it. And it was, so. All right, now closing it out. Got our post-workout shake here, proteins and carbs. Make sure we replenish the energy that we just used during exercise, but also rebuild the muscles that we were just tearing during exercise. When you're working out, you're just tearing muscle. You're not building muscle, you're tearing it down. So it can rebuild stronger with diet and recovery. This is a question for the people who have a hard time gaining weight. Do you think hard gainers should worry about gaining extra body fat on a dirty bulk? If you're bulking, you're inherently going to gain some additional body fat because you're bulking. You should be just as meticulous as someone trying to lose weight on hitting your macros, your fats, carbs, and proteins, especially focusing on your fats and especially focusing on your protein to get that extra energy and enough to rebuild your lean muscle mass and not just gain fat. And the last question that I will leave you on, someone asking, what was my first fitness goal? And to be honest, my first fitness goal was sports related. I wanted to drop body fat, drop body weight, so I could be better at gymnastics. So what I did, I just cut out pretty much every carb, which is a terrible idea for anybody who's athletic and highly active. You need carbs to fuel your body. When you start tracking your performance, you're going to see a lot better results than when you're just focused on the scale or just focused on the way that you look. So keep that in mind. Had a great back day in here, a little pull day action in here today. Tap the link in the description. Apply for my coaching. I would love to help you with not just your training, but your nutrition also. It's super key. So keep that in mind. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications so you know when I come back with another one. And that's it for today. Ride the wave.